Chosen one, listen carefully. There were seasons when it felt like no one noticed you. Your effort went unseen. Your growth went unrecognized. Your progress happened quietly, without applause. You watched others be celebrated, promoted, acknowledged, and you wondered silently, why am I invisible? But heaven says this: you were not ignored, you were hidden. There is a difference. Being ignored feels like abandonment. Being hidden is protection. I hid you because visibility brings pressure, expectations, opinions, scrutiny, and you were still becoming. Seeds do not grow in open air. They grow underground. Roots form in darkness. Strength develops in quiet. Stability is built where no one can see. If I had exposed you too early, people would have measured what was still forming. They would have judged your process, interrupted your growth, placed demands on a version of you that was not finished yet. So I covered you, not to limit you, but to protect your development. While others were being seen, you were being strengthened. While others were being praised, you were being prepared. While others were being noticed, you were being established. Hidden seasons are not empty seasons. They are construction seasons. You were learning without performance, healing without pressure, growing without comparison. You were becoming stable enough to carry visibility without losing yourself. Because recognition without grounding destroys more people than obscurity ever will. You thought you were being overlooked, but I was building depth. You thought nothing was happening, but everything important was happening internally. Your confidence was being rooted in identity, not applause. Your strength was being built in character, not image. Your direction was being formed in clarity, not competition. And now, something is shifting. You are no longer restless in hidden places. You are no longer desperate to be seen. You are no longer measuring your worth by attention. That's how I know you're ready. Because when exposure no longer defines you, it cannot control you. And soon, what was hidden will be revealed, not suddenly, not loudly, but unmistakably. The same growth that happened in private will become visible in public, not for validation, but for purpose. You were never forgotten. You were being formed where pressure couldn't reach you. And what emerges from hidden seasons is always stronger, steadier, and impossible to uproot.
Chosen one, stay with me, because this part explains why being hidden felt confusing, even painful at times. You didn't just feel unseen, you felt overlooked. You watched others move forward publicly. You saw recognition come quickly to people around you. You saw opportunities appear for others while your path remained quiet. And you asked quietly, am I being forgotten? But hear this clearly. Nothing that is being formed is being forgotten. Formation often looks like stillness from the outside, but internally it is intense construction. You were being shaped in ways that visibility would have interrupted. Because exposure magnifies everything: strengths, weaknesses, insecurities, unfinished healing. And I refuse to expose what is still fragile. So I protected your process. While others were performing, you were stabilizing. While others were proving, you were deepening. While others were building platforms, you were building foundations. And foundations are slow, but permanent. At first, the hidden season tested your patience. You questioned timing. You questioned progress. Sometimes you even questioned yourself. You wondered if you were doing something wrong, if you were moving too slowly, if you were missing opportunities. But what you didn't see was this. Speed can build visibility, but depth builds endurance. And endurance is what sustains what visibility attracts. Many people rise quickly, but collapse under pressure, because what is seen grows faster than what is rooted. I refused to let that happen to you. So I slowed exposure until stability matched potential. During this hidden season, your identity was being separated from recognition. That was one of the most important lessons. You learned how to work without applause, how to grow without validation, how to remain faithful without attention. That is rare strength. Because many people perform well when watched, but lose direction when unseen. You learned consistency in quiet places, and consistency without audience creates integrity. Integrity is what allows you to stand when pressure increases later. The hidden season also healed something deeper, your relationship with comparison. When others moved ahead visibly, you had to confront the temptation to measure yourself, measure timelines, measure progress, measure worth. But comparison cannot survive where purpose is clear. So I removed the noise of competition and placed you in quiet development. You began to understand that your path is specific, not general. Specific paths cannot be rushed. They must unfold precisely. That precision requires patience. Patience is not passive. It is disciplined trust. It is the ability to remain committed even when progress is invisible. And that is what you practiced. Day after day, quiet growth, small adjustments, internal healing, mental clarity, spiritual strengthening. None of it dramatic, all of it essential. You were becoming someone who could carry attention without losing alignment. Because attention changes environments. It brings expectations, demands, interpretations. If your identity is not grounded, attention reshapes you. But now, attention will not define you, because you have learned who you are without it. That is power. The hidden season also refined your motives. You began asking deeper questions. Why do I want to be seen? What do I want recognition for? Am I ready for responsibility, not just visibility? Those questions purified your direction. You stopped seeking exposure for validation and started seeking impact with purpose. That shift changes everything. When visibility finally comes, and it will not inflate you. It will simply reveal what was built privately. Nothing forced, nothing rushed, nothing unstable. Just readiness. And here is what is happening now, quietly. The hidden season is nearing completion, not because time passed, but because formation matured. You are more grounded, more stable, more clear. You don't crave attention the same way. You don't fear obscurity the same way. You don't measure progress externally anymore. Those are signs of readiness. Because when hidden seasons end, they do not end randomly. They end when inner growth can sustain outer exposure. Soon opportunities will begin to appear, connections will begin to align, recognition will begin to surface. Not forced, but natural. Because what is fully rooted cannot remain hidden forever. Growth that is complete inevitably becomes visible. And when you are seen, you will not feel pressure. You will feel confirmation. Because you will recognize that what is being revealed was built long before anyone noticed. You were not delayed. You were established. You were not overlooked. You were protected. You were not forgotten. You were formed. And what was formed in hidden places is now ready to stand in open ones.